What is going on, everybody? Red Velvet is here. I spilled coffee on myself already. I'm wearing my jammies. I'm coming to you a little earlier. Well, I'm recording a little earlier because for those who don't know, it is graduation today, and my son is graduating. So we got a busy day. I got to get my beard trimmed. I got to get a new haircut. Anybody that was around that had YouTube in 2008, you know about my new haircut. There's a funny video. I can't say it anymore because, it's offensive, I guess. But so we're coming a little early. But real quick, I want to thank the people that make this happen. Our sponsors, Wabash Valley Plumbing. They lay pipe. That's our slogan. It's not theirs. Peak Performance Gym. No peak, no results. RJ's Formalwear. They have sweet suits. Stitch Brands. They embroider stuff. So thank you, sponsors. And also thank you to our subscribers. That they go the extra mile. They pay that 99 cents a month to keep us going and extra support. If you would like to subscribe to the Diner Pod on Facebook, just go to the profile, click that button, subscribe, and go from there. It's less than a cup of coffee, and I would love you a long time. But anyway, enough of that, enough of the begging, enough of the money stuff. We had to get that out of the way first because that's not like I'm appreciative, I'm grateful, but sometimes you got to do your shameless plugs to make the money. Anyway, it's been a week. Been a week. I haven't got to watch as much wrestling as I like to because it's been a crazy week. We've got graduation tonight. We have prepping for the party tomorrow, and then the party on Sunday from 2 to 6. So, like I said, I've tried to do my best. I have caught up on the Dinerverse. I got to catch up on a couple things. But the one good thing about wrestling now is there's a lot of cross promotion. Last week on Impact, Nikita Lyons from WWE NXT was wrestling on that show. And for a lot of people who may not be big wrestling fans, you're kind of like the casual fan. WWE crossing over into other places it's almost like once in a lifetime, because I'm trying to think the last time they did, maybe in the 90s when they had AAA, which they just acquired AAA. They announced that Elimination Chamber, or was it? I don't know. They announced it not too long ago. But when they partnered with or worked with, collabed, I guess you want to say, with AAA, WWE didn't go down there. AAA came to WWE stuff. As far as I know, USWA was the last time WWE superstars went down there, but that became a training, like a developmental territory, kind of really started that developmental territory system for a while. But WWE didn't go, they don't send their wrestlers places. They did at Bloodsport earlier in the year, maybe late last year. They sent a couple guys down there at Game Changer Wrestling. So, I mean, it's the Triple H era. What's cool is you're seeing just people popping up, just boop, 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 boop. And that's you're getting that fantasy booking almost, but like for reals. And that's the good thing about it. Now, we look at last Saturday, NWO had their Crockett Cup, and I'm glad the Crockett Cup's back. I'm a fan of tag team wrestling. I did find out Mr. H is not a fan of tag team wrestling, but that's why Mr. H is a bad guy, because nobody cares what Mr. H likes. But enough with that. NWA Crockett Cup. The Immortals are your Crockett Cup winners. Odinson and Kratos, dude, those guys are like jacked. And they beat the Colognes. So for those who don't know, the Colognes, former WWE superstars Primo and Epico, and now they're traveling. They're with the NWA now. We did have a cross promotional matchup, NWA World Women's Championship. Kenzie Page took on Natty Neidhart from WWE. Like I said, WWE is making history right now, bringing people not down, but in and out and around. Kenzie Page does defeat Natty Neidhart in what looked like a battle. And then also Tom Latimer defended the World Heavyweight Championship against Rhino, the Man Beast. Just recently appeared on AEW. And Colby Carino. Steve Carino. Correction. This is why I don't write it. If I don't write it down, I get in trouble. Anyway, moving along. But now we're in Dinerverse action. And for those who don't know what the Dinerverse is, if you're in wrestling, we commentate for you. You don't have a choice. You are now in the Dinerverse, and we will talk about you. And if you become the Diner Pod champion, we talk about you even more because you represent the brand, and we want to push the brand as hard as we can. So let's go back to OVW Overdrive on Tuesday night. Luscious Lawrence took on Jake Painter. Very good match. Luscious Lawrence does get the dub. Dub Nation. Oh, yeah, look at that. I feel like Kevin Nash on the Wolfpack. Maddie the Baddie defeated Carter Kaufman. NWA Power. You can watch NWA Power on X every Tuesday night live, or, well, it comes out on Tuesday night, or you can watch it. I usually watch it on Friday mornings. Good matches. Brandon Beretta appeared. Baron Von Storm was facing Carson Drake and another guy. Yeah. In a triple threat match for the NWA World Television title match. And with the way with that NWA television title match, you got 6 minutes and 5 seconds. That's how long the match is. If you don't win in that time, champion retains. It's a very quick match, very fast paced. So you got to be quick. You got to take advantage. Baron Von Storm had the claw locked in on Carson Drake and is just squeezing his hit. Just squeezing his head. Just squeezing the life out of it. Ran out of time. Carson Drake retains, but Baron's not stopping. Baron's not stopping. He's still just squeezing the life out of it. Brandon Beretta slides in the ring and presents the world to Baron Von Storm. Baron Von Storm releases the grip and leaves with Beretta. Beretta and Storm, they form an alliance. What's going on here? They're two worlds colliding or two opposites attracting. I don't get it, but Brandon Beretta and Baron Von Storm, keep your eye out on that alliance coming up. Now we move to OVW Rise. Once again, if you've never been to OVW Rise, go down there. Tickets $15 for front row. Can't beat that. And they're right there. They're right there in your face. They're right there. Go check them out. It's a fun time. I've been a couple times. I want to go back. So, Mr. H, if you want to buy tickets again and can't find friends to go, I'll go with you. I'm more than happy to go with you, especially for free. But let's get to the card. Donovan Cecil, the Mammoth. Hang on. Yeah, dude. I got it, Don. That's the Mammoth. That's what he does, man. The Mammoth. I asked him how he did it. He said, John Cena with a Stone Cold. Oh, yeah. Bob's your uncle. Donovan Cecil defeats Tommy Mars. And then we have a diner matchup. Dayami defeats Carter Kaufman. We have some tag matches. The Revolution and the team was Crixus and Tony Gunn. They defeat Jake Painter and Brandon Davis. And then Tegan Thorne and Freya the Slayer defeat Lovely Miss Larkin and Sophia Rose. Then we see the trifecta. The trifecta, baby. The OVW calls them the trifecta. I call them the Astonishing Ass Kickers. I feel like that's a better name. That's just me, though. That's all I'm going to say. That's just me. So the trifecta take on Dustin Jackson, and he's got a mystery opponent. It's mystery partner. Like I said, dude, it's early. I'm slowly chugging my McCafe slowly. But Dustin Jackson, his partner was Cal Hero, which I was live when Cal Hero got destroyed by Mount Kadeem, which Mount Kadeem's gigantic anyway. Like, makes me look like a small child, and I'm 6'2", 320 pounds, and he makes me look like a big guy. Yeah, you big guy. Trifecta fight DJ and Cal Hero to a no contest because the Revelation have to get involved. They're infatuated with Cal Hero. So infatuated with Cal Hero that they get involved. No contest. Like, come on now. Let the Astonishing Ass Kickers do their thing and beat people up, win titles, and go home. I don't know. That's just me. Let me. So trifecta, Astonishing Ass Kickers. If you need a manager, I'm your guy. I can at least give you a platform to talk your stuff. Moving on. TNA Impact was last night, and I woke up this morning and saw a clip. Jake Painter, baby. Jake Painter took on Eddie Edwards on TNA Impact last night. That was awesome. A guy I've got to call his match in TNA, doing his thing. was pretty cool. Almost, I get like the proud dad moment, but maybe it's just a proud dad moment because I'm old. Like Jake Painter's probably in his mid-20s. I'm in my mid to late 30s. And I'm just like, oh yeah, I feel like a proud dad. But once again, Jake Painter, congratulations for getting an impact. Sorry you had to go against Eddie Edwards. Eddie Edwards does defeat Jake Painter, and it was, wow, the clips I saw, wow, Eddie Edwards can bring it. But once again, the backbreaking artist is still, he's getting up there. He's getting to be my top five wrestlers. Then we had a tag match. First Class defeat Mike Santana and Sami Callihan. Boom. I remember the first match I called for Sami Callihan. It was at Hybrid Championship Wrestling in West Terre Haute. He was taking on Dale Patricks for the HCW Midwest Hybrid Championship. And I just remember Dale walking out, doing it, proud champion thing, and then Sami Callihan, double axe handle to the back, gets on the mic. This is now a no DQ match, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what's going to happen? What is going to happen? Dude, they fought all over the arena. I'm like, this is my first time here, and I'm freaking out. I'm like, they're everywhere. They're going to fall on me. What's going on? Then Michael Madrox went to the concession stand to get him a pop, get him something to eat, Somehow the action spills over to him, and Sami Callihan body slams him and then pulls his leg off. Like, pulls his leg off and then beats Dale Patricks with his leg. I was like, what is going on? This is wild. So that was my first experience calling a Sami Callihan match. And, buddy, I am in hook, line, and sinker. So that's what's going on in the Dinerverse this past week. Looking ahead, there's big weekend in wrestling. I mean, tomorrow night, TNA Under Siege. I saw Trick Williams will be in action for TNA. He is a WWE Superstar once again. Like I said, cross promotions, awesome. WWE Saturday night's main event, and on Sunday AEW Double or Nothing. But then we get to the local stuff. Singleton Wrestling has announced 2 shows in June so far. Let me pull it up here. June 7th, the Miram Melee. It's a free show down in Miram, Indiana for their Chappaqua. I totally butchered that. I apologize. The people of Miram do not hate me. But it's a good time, good atmosphere down there. Go check it out. It is free, 5 to 7. And then on June 28th, the Ultimate Rumble. So last year at the first Ultimate Rumble, yours truly, along with Uncle Lump, made our wrestling debuts, our professional wrestling debuts. Yeah, we did backyard wrestling and stuff. That don't count. We made professional wrestling debuts at the Ultimate Rumble. I did get 3 stunners in. Then I got the crap beat at me. But that's the thing. You don't know who's showing up at the Ultimate Rumble. That's why you don't want to miss it. It's a good time. I'm excited for it. Last year, we got to crown the very first Diner Pod champion, Sam Knight. And then look at that. It was fun. Fun time. Like, I can't explain to you how much fun independent wrestling is. When you go and you find a show that fits with what you align with, dude, you'll have a blast. So June 28th, come check that show out. June 7th, go check that show out. Drive to Miram. From Brazil, it's only an hour. From Illinois, it's less, depending where you're at in Illinois. So go check it out. But Mr. H, there are also sponsorships available for the Ultimate Rumble. If you want to there's a 20-man Rumble. For $40, that wrestler can be sponsored by your business, your family, you in general. $40. We'll talk about it on the show. This show, we'll talk about it at the event. You get the match graphic. You get your logo everywhere. Check that out. Then there's the Rumble match sponsor. $75. $75. Once again, we will talk about it on the show. You will be named and announced during the show. Social media posts, logo on the big screen, logo on YouTube, logo on match graphic, and you get tickets. You get 2 tickets to the show. Go check it out. And we want to thank. There's been a couple sponsors here we go. Skelton's Tree Service. Be sure to hit them up if you need your wood cut and work one. So thank you to those kind folks for their sponsorship of the Ultimate Rumble. And Mr. H has announced 2 matches. We have Diner Pod Championship. Hee-Ho de Appalachia went through a war with the mammoth Donovan Cecil. And now Mr. H's handpicked guy, Avery Hertz, the BEA's Avery Hertz. I don't want to get in trouble. BEA's own Avery Hertz will try to capture the Diner Pod Championship from the Hillbilly Luchador. Ain't going to happen. I'm telling you that. Then the BEA's Carter Kaufman will take on the debuting Rachel Lay. Looking forward to that. You can check out Rachel Lay and Carter in OVW. So there's 2 good matches announced. I know he's got an announcement today. I tried getting him on the show, but he left me on red. So Mr. H, I'm kind of disappointed in you, bud. Left me on red. I'm hurt. I'm hurt by that. But anyway, that is what it is. So today we will not be doing the backyard thing. Like I said, I got to get a haircut. I got to get my beard trimmed. I got to look like $1 million tonight. I look like $5 right now. So we got to get that fixed. But I do thank everybody for tuning in. And thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to our subscribers. We'll see you next week with some more wrestling action.